With regards to our seismic array, we've got earthquake monitors, as you well know. It's called the U.S. Array. They're currently operated by NSF. These are going to be decommissioned this year. We've been working with USGS and others on the cost of transferring these stations from NSF to USGS. We put $1 million in the omnibus. We're working towards incorporating data from the U.S. Array EarthScope, as well as $1.4 million towards the cost then of purchasing the monitors. So I'm hoping that we're giving you enough resources to do this, to complete it. But I'd ask whether you know whether USGS has started a dialogue with NSF about the transfer and the purchase. Are we there yet? Are we going to be able to do this in time? Looks like Ms. Flanagan's body language is that we're getting there. And if you don't have the information at this point in time, I'd understand that. But it is something that we do want to make sure that everything kind of lines up time-wise.
They're in dialogue. I think we're on track for it. Considering the importance of the project to have scientific data on seismic early warning.
In the most seismically active place in North America, we appreciate that.
Our systems, quite frankly, in some cases, USGS has always been identified as the leading science body of the world. In some cases, our systems are antiquated. We have good people, but we need to advance our systems. Some of the buildings have been deteriorated. So the infrastructure we talk about in our parks also transcends to the infrastructure needs of our U.S. Geological Survey. They need the right tools in many cases and the right systems. Some of those systems are better sharing between government entities, and some of them are better sharing between public-private partnerships. So we're looking at that too. Who's got the best science, how to get it to the field the fastest, away from a bureaucratic labyrinth. And we're looking at how to achieve that.
Well, and if for any reason you think that we're not on track with this transfer and the purchase, if your folks can let us know, that would be greatly appreciated. When you speak about just kind of aging infrastructure, when it comes to volcanoes, we have been working with you all. We understand that waivers may be necessary for analog monitors to stay in operation while the conversion within the system takes place. We've included report language in the omnibus bill. We included $12 million for the analog to digital conversion. So we're hoping that the funding has been approved for the distribution and that it's going to be sufficient to allow for all these stations to be updated.
I want to say yes, where I think that control number is either has been released or soon to be released.
Okay.
But I can emphasize an example of why early warning is important. In Hawaii, everyone's focused on the surface, what they can see, and the housing development. What they're really not focused on, there's a plume that continues to advance out to sea. That eventually, that plume, that cantilever is going to break. And when that huge volume of lava breaks, it's going to displace an enormous amount of water. The West Coast may be at risk. And so having early warning devices that would indicate that, I think, is an important, it's just public safety.
It's public safety. We've got a volcano in Alaska. I just read the news yesterday, day before. I think it's Mount Cleveland is on alert again. It's tourist season, so our volcanoes are showing off Mother Nature at her finest, but being able to monitor is so important.